welcome to another episode of the News on Map series. My name is Pooja. Let's begin with the practice question of the last segment. How many of the following nuclear power plants of India is or are situated near the seashore? Narora Atomic Power Station, Kaiga Generating Station, Kundankulam Nuclear Power Plant and Tarapur Atomic Power Station. So we have to understand that as the atomic power stations and nuclear power plants are generally situated near the water sources so that they can release the water that they use and reuse it if possible. So we have to select the answer using the codes. Let's look at this map. Narora Power Station is in Uttar Pradesh and it is not situated near the seashore. Then comes another one, that is Tarapur, which is situated near the seashore, as well as Kaiga in Karnataka is situated near the seashore. Then Kundankulam Nuclear Power Plant, which is in Tamil Nadu, is situated near the seashore. So Tarapur, Kaiga as well as Kundankulam, all three are situated near the seashore but not Narora. So Kaiga, Kundankulam and Tarapur, three only is going to be the correct answer. These kind of questions could come in your paper. Moving ahead, let's talk about the next news. President Emmanuel Macron announces end to Operation Barkhane after 9 years of mixed results in the Sahel region. So we have to consider the following countries and how many of the countries mentioned above are a part of the Sahel region, which is in North Africa, North and Central and East Africa as well West Africa. So it consists of many countries. Burkina Faso, Senegal, Cameroon, Chad, Guinea. 2 only, 3 only, 4 only or all 5. Let's look at the map. So Chad, Nigeria, Cameroon, Niger, Burkina Faso, Guinea, Senegal, Mauritania, Mali and the Gambia is a part of the Sahel region. So that is of course how many countries? Burkina Faso is there, Senegal is there, Chad is there, Cameroon is there and Guinea is also there. So all 5 is going to be the correct answer. These kind of questions could come in the paper. Moving ahead, Kenya just spent $37 million on sending troops to Democratic Republic of Congo. DR Congo is also very much in the news. We have covered a question with respect to that. With respect to Kenya, consider the following statements. It is bordered by 5 countries. The equator divides the countries almost into 2 equal halves. Then the capital of Kenya is situated to the north of equator. So these are the statements and you have to choose which of these statements given above is or are correct. First is, it is bordered by 5 countries. Kenya is bordered by Somalia, Ethiopia, then South Sudan, Uganda, and of course Tanzania. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First statement is correct. The equator divides Kenya almost into 2 equal halves. That is correct as you can see. And then Nairobi, which is the capital of Kenya, is not situated to the north of the equator but to the south. Alright. So, first statement is correct. Second statement is also correct. But third statement is not correct. 1 and 2, option B is the correct answer here. Let's move on and talk about our next news. Tonga eruption's towering plume reached the 3rd layer of Earth's atmosphere. So we have a question with respect to the presence of volcanoes and the country in which they are present. Shivelu, Guatemala, Nyiragongo, Indonesia, Yasur, Vanuatu, Pakaya, Russia and Dukono, Congo. How do we have to solve this answer? We have to solve this question. We have to solve this question with the help of this particular code, matchmaking. Okay. So first is of course Yasur, which is in Vanuatu. Okay, so remember that, Vanuatu. Then Shivelu belongs to Russia. Okay, and it is from volcanodiscovery.com. That is why it is very important for you to know that this picture is pretty authentic in nature. Then we have Nyiragongo. Nyiragongo is in Africa and specifically if we talk about it is in Congo. Okay, so Congo. Then we have another one which is Pakaya, I guess. Pakaya is in Guatemala. Okay, Guatemala. Then what was left? Let's see. Shivelu, Nyiragongo, Yasur, Pakaya and then Dukono. Dukono is actually in Indonesia. Okay, so these are our answers. Let's match them. A, B, C, D, E. So A, Shivelu, which is in Russia, 4. Then Nyaragongo in Congo. Then Yasur in Vanuatu, 3. C, we have 3. Then D, we have Pacaya, that is in Guatemala, and 1. And then Dukono, which is in Indonesia. So 4, 5, 3, 1, 2 is the correct answer. 4, 5, 3, 1, 2, that is option D. Alright. Moving forward, let's talk about this news. Deforestation in Brazil's Amazon has hit a new alarming milestone, which is shown by the government data. As the government is changing, this was ought to happen. This was feared that this would happen. Consider the following countries: Peru, Venezuela, Ecuador, Guyana, Suriname. Which of the countries given above have the extent of Amazon rainforest through them? 1, 2 and 3, 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that is all of them. So Amazon rainforest, the lungs of the earth, is spread across Brazil, Bolivia, Peru, Ecuador, Colombia, Venezuela, Guyana, Suriname, and French Guiana, which is an overseas territory of France. So as we see that Peru, yes, Venezuela, yes, Ecuador, yes, Guyana and Suriname. So all are given, okay? Yes, so the correct answer would be 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, option D, okay? A river longer than England's Thames flows beneath the Antarctic ice sheet, draining an area the size of France and Germany combined, according to a new research. So this is going to be important. We have 2 questions from here. The Weddell Sea is located to the north of Scotia Sea, Ameri Ice Shelf, Rhone Ice Shelf, or Shackleton Ice Shelf. Let us see. So Weddell Sea is situated over here. Scotia Sea is here, so it's basically to the southeast of Scotia Sea, the Weddell Sea, and to the north of Rhone Ice Shelf, to the northwest of Shackleton Shelf. So this is not going to be the correct answer, and one more was that Ross. So yes, if we talk about the correct one, it could be Ross Ice Shelf because it is just to the north of Ross Ice Shelf, Rhone Ice Shelf, sorry. From Ameri we can see it is to the west of it. So no, that's not going to be the answer. The correct answer will be Rhone Ice Shelf, okay. So these kind of questions you can find. Specifically with respect to Arctic and Antarctic, be very thorough with the maps. Moving ahead, let's talk about this question. The river Thames flows into Alboran Sea, North Sea, Irish Sea, or Ionian Sea. So here is the very famous river Thames flowing through London to the North Sea. This is the North Sea, okay, and here is the Irish Sea, while Alboran and Ionian are a part of the Mediterranean Sea. So North Sea is going to be the correct answer over here. Option B is the correct answer over here. Let's move on and talk about the next question. The recent death of Queen Elizabeth II has reignited a simmering Republican debate in Australia, where the UK's monarch is head of the state, with Anthony Albanese's government planning to put the issue to a vote. So they want the monarch to remain the head of the state or not. This is the talk of the town in Australia. Consider the following statements. Canberra lies between Sydney and Brisbane. Perth lies to the west of Adelaide. Torres Strait is a strait between Australia and New Guinea. We have to select how many are correct. So basically Canberra lies between Melbourne and Sydney and not Sydney and Brisbane. So first statement is not correct. Perth lies to the west of Adelaide. Here is Adelaide. Here is Perth. Yes, it lies to the Perth lies west of the city of Adelaide. And then Torres Strait is a strait between New Guinea and Australia. This is correct. Alright. So the correct answer would be first not correct, second is correct. Torres Strait is also correct. The third statement, second and third are correct. 2 statements only is going to be the correct answer. Now let's move on to the next question. How many states and union territories lie completely north of the Tropic of Cancer? Okay. 10 states and 2 union territories, 14 states and 2 union territories, 12 states and 4 union territories, or 11 states and 4 union territories. Let us see the map. This is the Tropic of Cancer, moving from many states, going through from many states of India. Mizoram, Tripura, West Bengal, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat and Rajasthan. Okay, so we have to ensure that we know the number of states and union territories which lie completely to the north of Tropic of Cancer. First, we will go with union territories. Jammu, Kashmir and Ladakh, 2 union territories, plus Chandigarh and Delhi, 2 union territories. That gives us 4 UTs. Then states. First is Himachal Pradesh, second Punjab, third Haryana, fourth Uttarakhand, fifth Uttar Pradesh, sixth Bihar, seventh Sikkim, then eighth Arunachal Pradesh, ninth Assam, 10th Meghalaya, 11th Nagaland, and then we have Manipur. So how many do we have? 12 states and 4 union territories. That is option C. Alright, moving ahead, let's talk about the next one. From south to north, that means from bottom to top, we have to arrange the following reservoirs: Harangi Reservoir, Hemavati Reservoir, Mettur Reservoir, Lower Bhavani Reservoir. So we have to choose the correct answer using the codes. So first, from south to north, from lower areas, first we have Lower Bhavani Reservoir here, then we have Mettur Reservoir over here. So compare these two. Mettur is above Lower Bhavani. Then we have, I guess it was asking about Harangi, right? So yes, comparatively Harangi, and then we have Hemavati. So first will be Lower Bhavani, then Mettur, then Harangi, and then Hemavati. Alright. First 4, then 3, then 1, and then 2. 4, 3, 1, 2. Option A here is the correct answer. It could happen that reservoirs pan-India could be asked, or if any river is much more in the news, specifically if we talk about Kaveri, then you could be getting questions specifically from that river. So yes, we took it here, right? Moving ahead, let's talk about, consider the following statements with respect to Himachal Pradesh. The Pong Dam is situated on the Ravi River. The Satluj River flows between the Bias and the Ravi River in Himachal Pradesh. The Parvati Peak lies to the north of Rangri Kran. We have to select the not correct statement. First is the Pong Dam is not on the Ravi but the Bias River. Okay. Satluj flows below the Bias River and not between the Ravi River and the Bias River. And Parvati Parbat is actually to the northwest of the Rangri Kran and not exactly north. So first statement is not correct, then second is not correct, and even third is not correct. All 3 statements are going to be the correct answer because here we were asked about choosing the not correct one. A person travels from Arunachal Pradesh to Ladakh using only land route and avoids crossing over to the international borders. As the person needs to reach Ladakh at the earliest, what is the minimum number of states that they will come across, excluding the starting and ending points? 5, 6, 7 or 8. So here we have to specifically talk about those states which have a common border. Arunachal Pradesh to Ladakh the person has to go, and there are many states that are lying between them. So we have to ensure that we cross the minimum number of borders and not go to the international borders. First will be Assam, then we won't go to Sikkim, we can easily go to Bihar from West Bengal, then we have Bihar, then Uttar Pradesh, as Uttar Pradesh has a border with Himachal Pradesh, so the person can directly go to Himachal Pradesh. So how many states are there? Assam, West Bengal, Bihar, and then we also have Uttar Pradesh, then Himachal Pradesh, and finally Ladakh. But Ladakh and Arunachal Pradesh, they have to be excluded. So 5 is going to be the correct answer. 1, 2, 3, 4 and eventually 5. Alright, so the correct answer will be 5. That is option A. Moving ahead, from UPSC Prelims 2022, we have a question. The term Levant, often heard in the news, roughly corresponds to which of the following regions? Region along the eastern Mediterranean shores, region along North African shores stretching from Egypt to Morocco, regions along Persian Gulf and Horn of Africa, or the entire coastal Mediterranean Sea of areas. So this is the question. Actually, the eastern region of the Mediterranean Sea, the land one, is corresponding to the Levant region. So the correct answer will be region along the eastern Mediterranean shores, option A. Now we have a practice question for you to answer. Which among the following cities will lie approximately on the same latitude as the Chittagong of Bangladesh? Okay. Gwalior, Kota, Balasore, Jamnagar. That's it. Thank you so much for watching.